Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Owen. I do a bunch of Orlando theme park based content, mainly revolving around Walt Disney World. I do a bunch of cruise content, mainly revolving around Disney Cruise Line. Welcome back if you've been here before. Welcome to my channel if you were new here. Welcome to a very, very rainy and dark morning here. I'm currently sitting at the boat ramp near Jetty Park because this morning is January 15th, 2026, and the Disney Adventure is just sitting off the coast of Cocoa Beach right now. It is coming here to say hello to Disney's home port in Port Canaveral. Now, you guys know that I absolutely love to chase down the newest Disney cruise ships. If you haven't seen my Disney Destiny video when we chased that ship down, definitely go check that one out. But the Adventure is one that is particularly special to me because I think that this is the only time in my life, maybe, I could be wrong, that I will ever see the Disney Adventure. Now here's why. Disney purchased this ship that was half built, partially built. It was originally ordered in 2016 from a company called Genting Hong Kong Dream Cruises. Now, this original name of this, I guess we'll call it a piece of metal because that's basically what it was at that point. This original name of this ship was the Global Dream. Unfortunately for that company, the plan got scrapped and Disney was like, hey, we'll buy it from you if you're offering. So during the COVID-19 pandemic, unfortunately the company that the ship was originally supposed to be built for went bankrupt and went downhill, unfortunately, very fast. Disney in 2022 purchased the ship for $40 million. Now, what the value of the ship is $1.8 billion. So very low from what it originally was supposed to be. This is now the 8th ship in the Disney Cruise Line fleet, and this is their largest ship to date. Most Disney ships, the biggest thing that I've noticed with this ship is most Disney ships have 2 funnels. This one has 4, and it is huge. It has 2,100 staterooms and can seat up to 6,000 passengers aboard the ship. So here of recently, the ship completed its build process underneath the Disney name in Meyerwerft over in Germany, which is where most of all the Disney cruise ships are built. And now it is on its way over here. They're doing test runs with the ship. Last night she was in Nassau in the Bahamas, in Freeport, and now she's coming up here to Port Canaveral. I'm assuming to pick up supplies, maybe some of the American crew that are going to be working on board. I'm not really sure, but Disney Cruise Line blog, huge shout out to Disney Cruise Line blog, posted that the Adventure was going to be here and arriving today at 7 a.m. to Port Canaveral. Right now it is currently 6 a.m. I have been up since 4:30 a.m. and I took about an hour and a half to get here because the weather today is absolutely just not it. So when I say that this is probably the only time that I'm going to be able to see the Adventure, to my knowledge, because who knows what's going to happen later on down the line, the Disney Adventure's home port is going to be over in Singapore. So that's why I'm here today, to see the ship and get some footage of it for you guys and be one of the very first people. There's actually a lot of people here today. I've never done this with a Disney cruise ship because I've always been late, and this year I was like, I'm going to be on it and I'm going to be here when this ship gets to port and be one of the very first people to witness it. There's so much that the Disney Adventure has to offer. It is going to be one of the first Disney cruise ships to it's going to be one of the first Disney cruise ships to implement a castle on board. There is a roller coaster on the top deck. We're going to be hopefully able to see the roller coaster on the top deck. It's very dark out, and like I said, it is raining. We also do not know what the horns are on this ship. So hopefully we get a glimpse of what they sound like this morning. So I'm going to give you guys a little bits of facts and some knowledge and what this ship has to offer while it is sailing past us in a little bit. But for now, I think I'm just gonna hang out in my car and get out once it's closer, because I've actually been shout out to cruisemapper.com. I've been tracking it. I don't know if you guys can see. I've been tracking the ship for the last couple of days, so I know like when abouts I should be here. She's still about an hour off the coast. She is just off of Merritt Island, and I'm assuming that they're waiting for Port Authority to say, hey, you're clear to come in. I'm sorry guys, I'm such a nerd about all this stuff, but I love cruise ships, if you can't tell. And they had to wait for the MSC Grandiosa, and there's another ship here. I want to say not Utopia. It is a Royal Caribbean ship. I don't know if it's Utopia or not. And speaking of Utopia, I'm going on Utopia in May, but that's a story for another time. But yeah, she's just kind of sitting off the coast right now. But I think it's going to be time to head outside in like 30 seconds. Let's go get ready to see the Disney Adventure coming in to Port Canaveral. January 15th, 2026. That is today's date. The Disney Adventure will be here momentarily. I'm so happy I walked outside of my car when I did, because the Adventure is literally right there. Those are the lights. Oh my gosh, it's massive. I really hope we do hear some horns today, because no one's heard any of them yet. We've just heard the foghorn in the video when it met up with the Destiny and the Fantasy. So history right here. Literally history right here. It is so hard to see, and she's just slowly coming in, ever so slowly. But wow, that is the Disney Adventure right there. Hopefully I can hang out long enough that when the sun's up, we can actually see it docked over at Terminal 8, which is, if you didn't know, it's Disney's terminal over there at Port Canaveral. Wow. Whoa. Oh my gosh.
Welcome!
I don't know if you guys can tell up there, but it says Disney Adventure right there. Where are we? Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Very far from Southeast Asia. Just like.
Or Germany. Or Germany.
See you real soon in Singapore.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow. I just witnessed history right in front of my eyes. Welcome to Florida Disney Adventure. That was cool. That was way cooler than seeing the Disney Destiny sail out of here. This is the very first time that the adventure has been to America. It's today, and I was here to witness it. How crazy is that to say? Oh my gosh, I love Disney Cruise Line so much. Unfortunately, no horns. I got the best footage that I possibly could for you guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed seeing the Disney Adventure come into port. She's actually going to be going up there to Terminal 8, turning around and backing in. If you don't know, Terminal 8 is Disney Cruise Line's terminal here at Port Canaveral. I'm not going to end the vlog yet because I'm going to go try to grab some breakfast real quick, let the sun come up, and then see how close I can get to Port Canaveral to actually see the adventure in the daylight. Sign up there says Disney Adventure, and like I said, I'm gonna try to get close enough for you guys so we can see the Disney Adventure over here. Now, it is still very overcast and raining, but the adventure is right over there. So I'm gonna try to get as close as humanly possible to seeing it in the daylight. So I should not be vlogging and driving, but I'm not gonna look at the camera. Obviously, I'm gonna be looking out at the road. But I got some breakfast at Chick-fil-A and came a different way. I went the way that actually takes you up and around Merritt Island to come back over so you could actually see the port. So we're right next to the adventure. So let me see if I can get a good shot of it for y'all. There she is right there. So I'm gonna keep the camera rolling for you guys as I drive. I have it set up here on my dash. I'll move it real quick actually. But yeah, that's probably the best I'm gonna be able to get right here. And like I was saying earlier, the cruise terminal signs do actually say Disney Adventure on them. However, the adventure is not sailing anywhere today. She's just here visiting. All right, this is about the best I can do for y'all. But there is the Disney Adventure. I'm gonna swing back around and get another look at it here real quick. So I'm just driving down through the terminal and the everything right here, but this is the best I can get for you guys of the Disney Adventure right here. You can see right there on the side of the boat, there it is, Disney Adventure. And I didn't realize that my camera was like fully zoomed in, so I am actually in a second gonna try and loop back around so that I can show you guys the ship one more time before I get out of here and we head back home. All right, there we go. The Disney Adventure. Another look. We'll circle back around. So I didn't realize that I could just park my car here, put my flashers on, and just walk to the fence line right here at Cruise Terminal 8 with the adventure behind me. But there's the adventure right there behind me. Check that out. Look at how cool it is. It's huge. It literally, I can't even fit all of it in a frame. It goes all the way back here. Put my car along the side right here, and this is, like I said, Disney Cruise Line's home port. This is Port Canaveral, the very first port that Disney Cruise Line has. It is their home, and this is a way better look at the Disney Adventure. We can actually look at some of the details on her. There you go, Disney Adventure. I'm glad I swung back around for a second look. Now, like I was saying earlier, this ship actually has 4 of these Disney Cruise Line funnels up here. It is just, it's insane. It's massive. There's a bunch of crew members and everyone taking photos up here. I'm assuming that this little window right here is the Grand Hall, maybe. There hasn't been any, to my knowledge, any photo, video from inside of the ship, because obviously it's still in its testing stages and they're getting like the final preparations prepared for March. But man, this ship is just massive, and it's just so beautiful. There's the roller coaster up there on the back. You guys can see it right here. And well, it's technically come all the way from Meyerwerft in Germany, but she'll be heading to LA, and then we'll be heading to Singapore to start her runs as a Disney Cruise Line ship officially. It seriously has been so cool to come down here today to Port Canaveral, to Jetty Park, and see the Disney Adventure, because like I said, I don't know if I'm going to be able to see it again, ever. Like I said, I hope maybe one day I can go out to Singapore and hop on the boat and take a cruise out of Singapore and see what the Disney Adventure has to offer. I would love to be invited on the media cruise, because that would be a dream come true. But yeah, we'll give her one final look before we head home. But yeah, one day we will go on the Disney Adventure. My goal, and I have a lot of goals in my life, but one of them is to say that I have been on every single Disney ship. I've been on the Dream, the Fantasy, the Wish, the Treasure, soon to be on the Destiny, and then at some point we want to do the Magic and the Wonder, and then the Adventure. We did it. Welcome to the States, to America, Disney Adventure. May God bless this ship and everyone who sails on her. And hopefully we will get to see it again soon if it ever does come back to Port Canaveral, which to my knowledge right now, I don't think it will be coming back. But to say that we were here on the day that the Disney Adventure made its United States debut and came into port is pretty cool. So, one final look. There you go. But anyways, I'm gonna hop back in my car because it's actually freezing here in Orlando today and in Port Canaveral. So let's head back home and talk just a little bit more about the Disney Adventure before I sign off officially. Goodbye, Disney Adventure. Maybe one day we'll be setting sail out of Singapore. Wow. All right, let's go home, guys. So guys, that is going to do it for the Disney Adventure sailing into Port Canaveral, coming to America for the very first time. That was my video. That's everything I captured from that day, and I came home and fell asleep, and this is actually being recorded that the day that this video is being posted. Now, I did also want to say, I don't feel like I have enough information to correctly speak about the Disney Adventure, but once Disney allows more and more information to be available, I am going to make a sit down, talk about the Disney Adventure video, because they're being very, I guess the word is they're gatekeeping a lot of the information about this new ship. We don't really know a whole lot about the Disney Adventure other than what's already out there. Like they talked about there being a castle on board, there being a garden. We saw some concept art for one of the shows that might be on there that involves Jack Sparrow, but there really isn't much else known about the Disney Adventure. We still don't know who the Atrium character is. We don't know what the Atrium looks like. We don't know much of anything. And this ship has been kind of weird with Disney. They've been very, very quiet about everything about this ship. So it's kind of, it could go one of two ways. It could be either this is a major hit for Disney or it's a major flop. I don't think there's really gonna be an in-between. But still, the fact that we got to see this ship come into America for the first time and actually see it with my own eyes was incredible. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video that I captured from that day. And with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you aren't subscribed, subscribe down below. Join our family as we go on a bunch of Disney adventures. I'm really trying to hit 2,000 subscribers this year, guys. So please share all the content, anything you like, anything you enjoy. Share it with everyone you know, everyone. So thank you guys so much for watching. Take care of one another. Be kind to everyone you meet. Peace out. Bye.